On this video, I am going to be reading Psalm 23 with in the Hebrew and in the Septuagint with grammatical analysis and commentary and New Testament application. This psalm has dried many tears, and we could say, even though it's a small psalm, it's one of the most precious gems. Cohen writes on page 67 of the book of the Tehillim of the Psalms. It's on the Sonsino commentary series. And it's so true that it is a wonderful psalm that has application to every area of life. It's a very encouraging psalm. I would like to read it in Hebrew and then do the grammar phrase by phrase and do the same with the Septuagint and intersperse the Hebrew and the Septuagint with the grammar and commentary. It begins Mizmor LeDavid, that is a psalm of David. And I would understand that to mean that David is the author. Psalmos to David is the Septuagint, a psalm of David, the title of it. So then we look at it phrase by phrase. Adonai ro'i lo exar. The Lord shepherds me, I shall not want. Ro'i is from ra'ah. It's a lamed hey verb. It's a cow participle, masculine singular from ra'ah. The hey has dropped out, and we have the pronominal suffix in the hirik yod. So the Lord shepherds me. It's very personal, the psalmist is saying. Lo exar, I shall not lack. Lo is your negative particle, not. Exar is from hasar, to lack. It's a cow imperfect, first person singular from hasar. So I shall not lack. In other words, the Lord, very personally, David says, shepherds me, and that's true for all of us. I shall not lack. As I look at the Septuagint, it reads, Kyrios poimane me, kai uden me husterese. The Lord shepherds me, and I shall not want anything or lack anything. To look at the grammar a minute, Kyrios poimane is the present indicative active third person singular from poimino, I shall not, he shepherds me, poimano, and me is the direct object, personal pronoun, kai uden me husterese, and nothing with reference to me. This is an accusative of general reference. It shall want or lack. It's interesting here that we would translate it then, I shall want nothing or lack nothing. Husterese is from hustereo. It is your future indicative active, third person singular from hustereo. So with reference to me, it shall not want. So we would translate it, I shall not want. And that's the Septuagint rendering of lo exar, I shall not lack. Then we go to verse 2. Benot desha yarbit seni, al me menachot yena haleni. In pastures of green grass, he causes me to recline. Beside waters of resting places, he leads me. Benot desha, beja preposition, benot means in pastures of desha, green grass. Literally, pastures of tender grass. Yarbitseni is a Hiphil imperfect, third masculine singular from Rabat. Notice the A-I vowel pattern, the pathak followed by the hirik yod. In tender grass, or pastures of tender grass, he causes me to recline. Rabat, as I said, here is a Hiphil stem. We have the pathak under the yod, followed by the yod hirik. So in pastures of green grass or tender grass, he causes me to recline. Al mei menachot yenahaleni, and he leads me beside still waters. Beside waters, literally of restfulness. Waters of restfulness. Or beside waters of resting places, we could say. Yenahaleni, he leads me. Yenahaleni is a PL imperfect, third masculine singular from nahal, to lead. And the ain is like a hinge, and e is your pronominal suffix, first person singular. So beside waters of resting places, he leads me. In other words, where streams are and where there can be rest. And he's looking at the sheep being led there. And that's what the Lord wants to do in our lives today, to lead us to resting places. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful, encouraging text. The Septuagint reads, Ace tapan tla ace, in a place of green grass. Ake me kates skenosin. There he has made me to dwell. Epi hudatas anapausaos exatrepse me. And he has nourished me by the water of rest. What a beautiful translation. So as we look at the grammar, into a place tapan of green grass, there kataskenosin is from kataskenao. It is the aorist indicative active third person singular. There he restored me, or me, we could say, he caused me to dwell. Me, he caused me to dwell in a place of green grass. In other words, we're looking again at the translation in the Hebrew, tender grass. And so here we have ace tapan klaes. There he caused me to dwell, or he made me to dwell, followed by the, as I said, the aorist indicative active, third person singular from katas kenao. Epihudatas anapasaos exatrepsemen. And then he has nourished me by the water of rest. By the water of rest, exetrepse, he nourished me. This is from ektrepho. It is the aorist indicative active, third person singular, from ektrepo. He nourished me um, uh, by water of rest. A beautiful translation and a beautiful picture of God's nourishment, taking the sheep to that rest place or that place of rest. And that's what the Lord wants to do today. And as a Christian minister, I'm reminded of the New Testament where Jesus says that he has come to lead his sheep into places of rest. He is the good shepherd. And in John 10, he talks about how he brings the sheep in and out and feeds them and causes them to rest. And that's a good chapter to read in terms of Christological New Testament application. So it's wonderful to know that each of us are critically important to the Lord, and he is our good shepherd, and he has a concern for each believer. May we follow our shepherd by believing in Jesus and allowing him to be that good shepherd that leads us to resting places.